Yes, Zaga, Yaga, you know the vibes. You rocking out your truly Showtime Sizzle. I am the sauce. It is hump day. Top of the morning to everybody. Got a little time before I have to head on out. So I said, yo, let me jump on and give y'all the goods. Man, I had the privilege of watching Mr. Hawthorne, aka the Rebel INS, like I like to call him, Fred Hawthorne show um, last night, the barbershop. Um, a lot of times I don't agree with some of the stuff that he says, you know, but I still watch his show. A lot of times I have to play it back, but today being that, probably be an early day. So I've been up probably since around 3, 4 a.m. So I actually went and watched this whole show, and he was speaking on some of the topics that I have spoke on throughout the years. And one particular topic that he was addressing, let me make sure y'all hear me good before I go all the way in with this. One particular topic, though, that he was speaking on, let me get comfortable. Um, just want to make sure y'all hear me good. Just want to make sure y'all can hear me. Make sure y'all can hear me. All right. Yeah, now, the one particular topic that he was speaking on last night, and he had a nice panel out there, and they was getting upset, going back and forth. He was saying how all the PBC fighters being taken advantage. I'm gonna say taken advantage. But I'm not gonna use the language or the dialect that he was using. But are they being taken advantage of? And um, a lot of times, well, I'm gonna say most of the time, you have people put in place that push the needle or attempt to push the needle to create storylines, narratives, whatever you want to call it, on YouTube, social media for people. Now, the narrative, and I'm just going to refer to him as Charlie, as you've seen in my title. When it comes to Charlie in the sport of boxing, Charlie was always considered the best. He took care of the Angels, right? They didn't want for nothing. They was always paid the best, things of that nature, right? But I can recall myself many years ago when I was cool with one of Charlie's Angels. And I would always question, because like I said, hey, what do I know? I know a little something, right? I would always question certain things. And it kind of started a rift between myself and some of Charlie's Angels. So you know what? I just said, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'll pray on it. I'm gonna move on. Um, it'll be other opportunities that present themselves for me, right? Sure enough, fast forward, I still on ESPN now. But let's get back to the topic at hand. So now, like I said, last night's show, barbershop was going in, but a lot of the stuff that he was stating is nothing new under the sun to some of us. Like I said, but apparently now some of the angels are coming out and they're not afraid to speak on it. You know, they are being a little more boisterous on certain things that are going on. So, me being me, I was like, you know what? Really not gonna speak on it, but I see a perfect opportunity to now really address it. Um, Remember when the tweets was coming out and they were saying, "Oh, uh, what did he say in the tweet?" Man, I want to pull it up, but like he blocked me. But I think it was something on the lines. Oh, this nigga's stalling. Remember, I did the video. I said, "Damn, I wonder if he's talking about Charlie. I wonder if he's talking about Charlie." Now, if you get a chance, watch Barbershop Show last night. I wish I had the timestamps for you. I would play the audio myself, but like in this day and time, you know, you got guys, they report your videos, they don't want you to get hot. You know, they try to do anything to keep you bottled up or hidden. So I'm not gonna play none of his audio because I own this video. This is my video. But if you watch his video and you listen, he kind of says something along the lines of that. Because remember, I was stressing that yesterday. I said, damn, Buddy is on record for stating that he would never take the L out of lover. It's over. He would never fight Keith Thurman. So last night on the show, Fred disclosed the fact that in their contracts that because I was saying, man, how that I said that's weird. Remember yesterday I kept stressing that in my little video I did on the piece. I said, yo, it's funny how the story broke with the boxing scene that he asked for Tom Brown, TGB Promotions, to get permission for him to fight a fighter, and he's on record for saying that he would never fight. So if you watch Fred's show, right, Fred is on record as stating that in their contracts, and I gotta say this is alleged because I really don't know, but I'm just going off of what I listened to and watched last night, that Charlie doesn't need their permissions to negotiate or to make something happen. So I said, okay, that kind of makes sense now. Why to the guy, I'm gonna just call him the guy, would let them take permission over the negotiations and have what's the name apply for a special permission for him to fight Keith, because it's really not him, it's Charlie. Hopefully y'all are catching the sauce, man. But see, I like when stuff like this comes out and surfaces because it debunks and it puts a lot of you guys just puts a lot of you guys in a predicament where it shows that a lot of y'all just push narratives. A lot of y'all been trying to do cover-ups and cleanups forever, ever, right? Because just yesterday, when the tweet came out, right, a lot of content creators didn't cover it. Some did cover it, but the ones that did cover it, that are pro Spence channels, automatically tried to put it on Terrence Crawford when Buddy said that he was blindsided. No, if you follow the narrative, yes, the narrative, because that's what's going on. Everybody's doing their own narrative, but if you follow the narrative, like I said in my description, a lot of these fighters nowadays over there, some are, speaking out. Others aren't, but some are. And the ones that are speaking out, it seems to me, that their pattern is the same. They can't actually vent. So what they do is they vent via social media, whether it's they tweets, IG posts, uh, Facebook, stuff like that. But in this sense, right, the guy will be, this fight is fighting, man. And for the media that's going to cover that fight in Vegas in a couple of weeks, hopefully they ask real questions. They don't go to the Ellie setback route, the buddy route, and they ask real questions, because that'll probably be the only time when they will get a chance to really see boy or speak to him. Now, a lot of stuff that is going on behind the scenes, most of the YouTube channels that you vibe with, they're not privileged to none of the information. It's always a source, right? It's always a source. Some of the channels that are privileged to certain information, the ones that put it out, some of them are paid to bend the truth. Some of them are paid to dilute the truth. Some of them are just paid to confuse the truth. But some actually give you, like, what I like to call the source. A lot of those channels are usually smaller channels overlooked, channels that are, it is easy to, drown them out, because the amount of algorithm that they do on YouTube gets swallowed up. But as a free thinker, an investigator, a journalist, an underground journalist, hood journalist, whatever you want to call it, sometimes it is important for you to do your own research. Let me rephrase that. All the time, it is good for you to do your own research. It is good for you to watch the patterns and then do your own assessment. Because a lot of times, the facts, the truth, the evidence is right there in front of you. Whether you want to accept it or not is on you. And what I have come to understand when it comes to YouTube, right? A lot of the viewership, the people that's coming on here for information, when certain information is presented to them, they have been programmed for so long that when they are presented with facts, they go into denial. They don't want to accept it because they have been programmed for so long to only see something one way. Now, I think the biggest blessing was when whatever happened between the relationship with Mr. Hawthorne and them people, because then he became a whistleblower. But prior to that, And I quote the great B Hop: "Are you part of the problem or part of the solution?" He was part of the problem because he was one of the biggest flag carriers for Charlie. Now you see he exposes a lot of Charlie's business. So I say that to say this. When you are doing the work of the people and you are trying to give people the information and you are going against the machine, the system, it's going to be a real uphill battle. Because I used to have a video on here with Erica Badu. She stated, I think I deleted it. It's probably not on here no more. Well, she stated how the masses, like, you got 85% of the people are going to be followers. 10% are going to be the leaders. The other 5% are just going to be the observers. They're going to watch, listen, and pay attention. I'm a 5%er. And I'm not saying a 5% in the form of the religion. See, when this was taking place many, many years ago and I spoke on it, right? It was just for me observing and doing my own research and a lot of stuff not adding up. Now, it's on record that, like I said, Barbershop has had relationships with these people, right? Now I want to see if they carry the same energy towards him now. And when I say them, I'm talking about Spencer's team, fighters over there, because he's talking bad about Charlie. Charlie cuts the checks. Charlie controls a lot over there. Are you going to blackball Fred now? Are you going to call him a hater? Are you going to say he is mad? Are you going to say he doesn't know what he's talking about? Or are you going to go on his show? Are you going to send one of your flunkies over there to talk to him? Because before he went against Charlie, he was one of the best. He was one of the realest. That's what we're gonna say, realist. I'll never call somebody official that I feel they're not official, but I'll say they're real, because real is the new fake. I'll say they're solid. Solid is the new fragile. But to be official, you gotta be official, man. It's some people out there that's official, but just because you're a whistleblower doesn't make you official. Right now, that's all I see Fred as is a whistleblower. Because like I said, in the beginning, are you part of the problem or part of the solution? He was like many others on this YTC. He was part of the problem because he was pushing narratives for Charlie, in Charlie's favor. But like I said, sometimes it takes a credential to be snatched from you. It takes for access to be denied to you, for you to want to go against the machine. So, like I said, check out his video. All the PBC fighters being taken advantage of by Charlie's Angels. This is part 1 of the series. I'll probably try to do a part 2 this evening if I have the time. We do got some sparring coming down from Connecticut. Definitely want to be on deck for that. But yes, are they being taken advantage of? Are some of these tweets and out? Well, we all seen AB. AB is with BLK Prime now, but AB will go off on occasions. Is Spence going off right now? I know they said reports of him being in Africa. See, I don't really follow dude like that, man. You see, he blocked me on Twitter. I don't follow him on IG or nothing else like that. I think I was on following him on Twitter. He did send me a message, and then when I clicked on it or tried to see his page, I couldn't see his page or something. So I was like, "Oh, this guy, man." But yes, people constantly send me stuff about him. I then tell the people that do that, um, there's no need for that. I'm not affiliated with that team. I just wish him all the best. I pray for him. Just like I prayed the night when he flipped over his car. That's all you can do sometimes for people. You can support them from a distance in other ways. You feel? Hopefully, I caught that sauce. Yeah, but I'm about to get it in gear. Head on in. You know, short week, man. Very short week. Definitely get on your playback game. Play this back for those that's gonna come on and check out what I was speaking on. But definitely check out what's the name show last night, man. I didn't use the language that he did. I just said taking advantage of, but his language was a lot stronger in regards to the relationship with Charlie and his fighters. But to be honest with you, it was only a matter of time for it really started to surface because the well was going to run dry. And that's what we're seeing happen. The well has ran dry. Hopefully y'all caught and enjoyed this sauce, man. Hopefully y'all caught and enjoyed this sauce, man. Not too long. So, closing, I'm going to say this. Are they being taken advantage of? I know you guys are going to say, yo, they all are being taken advantage of. But the narrative has always been that Charlie didn't do that. Charlie looked out. Charlie took care of the angels. Hopefully y'all caught that sauce. Because that can't be right if Charlie's doing it. Zaga. Yaga. Ahala. Setting it up, coach. All right, let your heart go now. Let your heart go.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.